No, it feels right.
How you doing? All right, how you doing?
Okay, everybody.
Morning, I'm going to be running the South Downs 100 from Winchester to Eastbourne, hopefully getting there sometime tomorrow morning. I think a race like this brings a sort of community together, and we have very little in common in many cases apart from running, and it's a brilliant way to meet people.
Forecast today is excellent, I think it's fair to say. It will warm up this afternoon, obviously. Just stay on his point.
Running levels everything. That common goal right there of running it brings people together. You've got that thing there that is the common thing, but you've got all these different personalities and people and jobs and careers, and they just all come together and make this amazing thing.
No, we just met. Just met.
Friends on the trail.
Yes. Yeah, well, you meet other people like-minded. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
So we're pushing each other on.
Yeah.
So it's all good.
Oh, yeah.
Of course you can.
The best thing for about 2 hours. Thank you.
It's a welcome sight to see the aid station. Looking forward to been looking forward to this for about an hour.
Yes, yeah, I've been volunteering with Centurion since about 2017, before I ran my first race with them. The last couple of years I've had injuries, I've not been able to run, so it's been volunteering and now sort of one of the regulars. So there's a big part of it is the giving back, because when you run these events you realise how important the guys who volunteer at the checkpoints are. They'll do everything for you. They'll fill your water, they'll get you food, they'll give you motivation, they'll give you a little kick when you need it as well. And my first Centurion race I wouldn't have finished if it hadn't been for the guys at the checkpoint. So you know that it's absolutely vital. It's a huge part of a big race. But it's also just about meeting up with friends. I mean, you make so many friends in the ultra community just from people you see at races, and it's great to see them and have a chat, say hello, and give them a smile. So it's a mix of stuff, and yeah, it could be worse things to do on a Saturday than standing in the glorious sunshine on the South Downs Way.
They call it the Centurion Army as a bit of a joke, but they kind of come in as a recruit, as a first-time volunteer, and suddenly, we're here 10 years later with, the ever-present people that are here year in, year out, whether they're running with us or volunteering with us, or, the day after the race going on their training run and picking up markings for us, just to double-check the trail is. Yeah, you get this people that just become part of the family, and I know it's a corny expression to use, but it really does happen. And you've always got new people coming in, and you've got people who you haven't seen in a few years because they just kind of move on to different areas, or they go, different things happen in their life. But even today, we had a guy that I've not seen in 3 or 4 years because he's moved away. Oh, I just had to come back. I'm down here to visit friends and family, so I had to come back. And I'm like, it just makes it all something for us that we've kind of developed this little family around us. It's nice.
Hi. How are you? Yeah, good. You've got a drop bag? Yes. What's your number? 7. I'll just get your bag. Cheers.
So I'm Louise, and I am the aid station manager at Washington, which is the 54-mile point on this year's South Downs Way 100. I've done the race myself, yes. I got involved initially with Centurion in about 2012. I saw a blog of someone who'd run the South Downs Way 100, and I thought, oh, that sounds fun. And I thought, I wonder if I could do 100 miles. Oh, don't be ridiculous. It's definitely part of being the community, and even if I don't have a formal volunteer point at the races, I quite often will go to a crew point and watch the runners and just feel part of it. But it's absolutely about the community. I mean, there are people at the aid station this year who I volunteered with before. There are people who I will volunteer with again. When I ran Thames Path the second time, the successful time, I think I got to about mile 70 before I got to an aid station where I didn't know anyone, which meant that for me, every 10 miles I had someone going, "Oh, hello Louise, you're looking good, carry on," and it was just such a huge lift.
Well, I started doing this 10 years ago, doing the crewing, and Bridget invited me to come out. I didn't even think that people could run 100 miles. I thought she was lying to me. And then I just really, really loved it and got interested in it, but I didn't want to do 100 miles. So I asked James if I could do the 50 instead, and he said yes. Then I just thought, I'm going to give it a go. I just really, really love it. And because we're such a good team, we've worked together so long, it's just a really good fun day out, really.
Tell you what, 12 miles to go. Let's just do this.
I think a lot of it is that you can't run 100 miles without support. I mean, there are people who can run 100 miles without support, but as a general rule, if you're doing a 100-mile race, you're going to need support. You're either going to need aid stations, or you're going to need crew, or you're going to need somebody to pick you up at the beginning or take you home. And even if you can run 100 miles without support on a good day, there's absolutely no guarantee that today's a good day. So I think that one of the things about endurance sports in general is that it's not a guaranteed finish, and a lot can go wrong. And so you have this community because you know that more important than you getting to the finish and getting your time is if there's a runner in trouble, that you're going to support them, because if you were in trouble, somebody would support you.
It's a beautiful morning out there. Just coming over the top, so as the sun came up, it's amazing.
You get a nice sunrise up there.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Best. Thank you all very much. Thank you.
Well done.
Thanks for looking at that. Red telephone box. Got your 10p.
Sure. There you go. Well done. Congratulations.
Our community is so important to us that if we didn't have that, we wouldn't have Centurion. I mean, the community makes us.
Well done, mate. Smashed it, well done, mate. Race that. Thanks, well done.
Well done.